everyone, welcome back to modding tutorials with me. Today we will be talking about connected textures and a little bit more about block state files. So to begin with, we're going to start with the block state files. I'm going to talk about a different type of block state file. So this is the vanilla block state file. There's also a forge block state file. So you start it off by telling the reader, the program that's reading the file, that it's forge but with this forge marker. And then the number 1 is just the type, and it's the only type that exists at the moment. So to begin with, to correct this, we need to add some square brackets there. And then, well actually no, not there, here. And now it'll function exactly the same. If we load up Minecraft, it should look exactly like it was before, the stone model, block texture, everything. So while we're waiting for this to load, I'm going to be talking about what else we're going to do. We're going to be working more on blocks, of course. As you can see, we have this connected block.json up here. This is a block state file that we will be using later, for the reason it's already created. You'll see once we get into it. We'll be making connected texture blocks today. And that's really all I had to say about that. So, I'll be right back once this is loaded. Okay, we're back. Minecraft is loaded. Let's open up our tutorial world. Yeah, of course I had to test it to make sure that it worked. Ignore that. And on the bright side, all of my testing is gone from the world now. That's good. So as you see, the lag from rain. So let's just... Oh, I don't have my control set. Alright. So now, we place it down, and it still looks like stone. So what's the big deal about forge block state JSONs, you may ask? Well, you see, that's the thing about it. So if I just open this up a little bit, we can designate the model as you see. So I'm going to designate the model wall post, not pass post. And wall post doesn't set any textures, so now we can do textures, open bracket, or open curly bracket, and then specify the textures for the model. And I happen to know that it uses the wall as the variable, or this, for its texture, and I'm just going to do blocks dash stone. Then we're going to load it up again, and I'll see you once it has finished loading. Minecraft is loaded, we're loading up the world now. So what we should see is just a pillar of just the texture stone on it. At least when it's placed in the world. Alright, let's get rid of this initial lag, and poof. We have stone pillar, but as you see the collision box isn't updated because that's all handled in Java files. And we didn't specify that it needs to be small. So as you see, it definitely has the pillar model. But it doesn't do the connecting thing because that's other stuff that handles that. It does, however, connect very nicely up and down. Alright. So now then, on to the main focus of this episode. Connected textures. Public. First we'll start off by making a block for us. Static block connected underscore block, and then we need to instantiate it, preferably is equal to a new connected block. It's going to take in this connected block, comma space, connected block. And then it needs to take in a material dot, let's do material dot rock, because I have no better idea. So, now we need to make this class. It's going to okay, this is wrong. Okay. I was like, oh god, where was it? Where is it? Dev.tutorial dot blocks dot modblock is what it should extend. If I'm not mistaken, what does modblock do in its constructor? Registry name, unlocalized name, creative tab, and it adds it to our map or list. Add the constructor. Alright. So now after what we need to do is we need to create public static final property boolean. And then we'll call this up. And we'll set it equal to, not new, but property boolean dot create name connected underscore up. Right? Now we need to do this for all directions. So we're going to have 6 of these. So down, north, south, east, west. And then we'll change the names. Down, north, south, east, west. Poof. So, some other things we're going to want is a public list, and it'll be list of block. Yeah, it'll be a list of block, and then we'll call it connected blocks. Set it equal, no, don't set it equal to anything yet. And then we also want public list I block state connected states net.minecraft block util list. Then we need to instantiate connected blocks is equal to a new array list of block. And I really have that tendency to capitalize the second letter of everything. Connected states is equal to a new array list of I block state. Then right here, we're going to do connected blocks dot add this. And then we're going to actually make another constructor. We're going to make a total of 3 more constructors. And now this one's going to take in a list of block. And then instead of saying connected blocks is equal to new array list, we just say it's equal to connected blocks. We drop that line and this dot connected blocks. Oops. Okay, let's see if it's still recording. Yes, it is. Good. Okay. And that's that. And then we want one that has list of I block state connected states. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Alright, so actually we're just going to have 2. And it's going to, this one's going to have 2 lists. List of block connected blocks. And then we say this dot connected blocks is equal to connected blocks, and this dot connected states is equal to connected states, and add the semicolons because they disappeared. Poof. Now that we have those, we need to create a protected boolean is connected, and I'll take in a iBlock access world and what's the word? And a block pause. And then return world or connected block states dot contains the object world dot get block state, pass in the pause, or connected blocks dot contains world dot get block state pause dot get block. And then above that we're going to create, or rather we're going to override get actual state. iBlock access world iBlock state block pause. I think those are the arguments. Oh, it's no? Okay. It's probably iBlock state first. Alright. So we do get default state dot with property, the property of up, with is connected world pause dot up, and then we do dot with property again, we pass it the down property, and we do is connected world and then pause dot down. And then I'm just going to do copy paste 6, I think. Okay, let's start from left to right because that's easier. That's the up, so down, north, whoops, south, west, east, poof. Now we need to override create block state. Yeah. And this is going to return a new block state container. Not that one. Wait. Crap. Pardon me a minute. Okay, I'm back. So we pass in this, and then we pass in our properties. Up, down, north, south, east, west. I was forgetting what goes into the constructor. Then we need to @override public I block state get state from meta, and then it'll pass in an int meta, and then we'll just return get default state, and then @override public int get meta from state, and we'll just return 0, but then we need to add I block state. Then I think that's all. Let's look. Oh, one more thing. So in these, we need to do this dot set default state to get default state dot with property, and then we need to just do this basically. And I don't want to type it twice. Poof. Except we don't have world. So instead of is connected, we say false. Or rather, is connected, we say false. And this is the same for pipes, except I think the block state file for pipes would be even easier because of a little trick. Yes, a little trick. There we go. Wait. You. Goodbye. Poof. Alright. We have an error. Where's the error? Okay, we need one at the end. Okay. Poof. And that should be that. So now, if I go in here, there's no error. And it should automatically register. Okay. Let's run the game and see if this works. I'll be right back once the game is loaded, of course, though.